Hi, my name is Ellis Cradle, and this is my culture profile. I was born and raised here in Richmond, Virginia. I lived in the actual city of Richmond until middle school, where I then moved out into the county of Henrico, where I attended public school for middle and half of high school. I transferred to Trinity Episcopal School, a private school, for the second half of high school. I have always loved Richmond and believe living in the city at a young age gave me a better perspective and understanding of those who are different than me, opposed to when I lived in the county, which was just more of the same kind of people like me. My family situation is a little bit different than most. I have two moms. Being brought up in a household that is part of the LGBT plus community has made me aware and understanding to people who are different than me. My mom, my birth mom, is both French and Italian. She doesn't speak either one of those languages, but her parents did, and so do some of my relatives. I have a brother named Jacob, who's technically only my half brother, but we share the same mom. Regardless of the status, half brother, me and my brother are very close. The only thing that denotes half status is the fact that we both have different sperm donors. We're both very open to the idea that we have other half siblings in the world, and while he hasn't found any of his, I've found some of mine. Though this doesn't change the nature of our relationship as brother and sister. These are my half brothers. I have 5 of them that I know of so far. We found each other through 23andMe, a genetic testing website. Though we all figured we had half brothers and sisters, we didn't know of each other until we got 23andMe. In order from left to right, their names are Henry, Mickle, Gage, Drake, and Butch. We are all related through the same sperm donor and have known of each other for less than a year. Henry, Mickle, and Gage are all triplets and are 6 months older than me. Drake is 9 months younger than me, and Butch is 11 months older than me, so we are all pretty close in age. Though they make me look short, I'm 5'8", and they're all over 6 feet tall. Our same common donor was over 6 feet tall as well, so that makes a lot of sense. Even though we have all met each other, we know that there are more out there that are related to us and have yet to find each other out. Religion is something that has always been a part of my life, though I've had a complicated relationship with it. My birth mom was raised Catholic, and my other mom was raised Baptist. However, my family as a whole is a practicing Episcopalian family. While Episcopalians don't believe in saints the same way that the Catholic Church does, they are still part of my mom and I's life. For instance, I always wear a St. Christopher's necklace regardless of where I am. My mother always carries a St. Teresa medal in her Bible as well as in her car. One of the things I find most interesting about myself and also have a great interest in is foreign aid. In the pictures here, I am in Cambodia, a small country in the southeast of Asia. This trip is the most recent trip I went on to help provide medical care to those in a remote corner of the world. On this trip, I got to experience people who knew no English, were never taught it in school, and probably would never learn it anyways. With the world grip that English-speaking languages have, this is sometimes hard to find when you travel. This trip in particular was so eye-opening because of the differences in the everyday way of life. This interest and passion is what has led me to pursue an education in both international studies with a concentration in social justice, as well as a path to medicine. In my future, I plan to graduate from VCU with a degree in international studies, as well as a minor in Arabic and Middle Eastern studies. My interest in the Middle East developed from a friend of mine that I met when I was in a high school program to help new kids coming to the school. My friend's name is Asia. Asia was both new to the school as well as the United States. Though she didn't speak any English at first, we still both developed a friendship. Asia inspired me to pursue Middle Eastern studies so that I can both better understand people like her and the traditions of where she comes from, but also so I can help educate those who have poor beliefs about people from the Middle East. I then plan to apply to medical school, then eventually plan to work both in the Middle East and areas of disaster all around the world. My biggest focus will be emergency medicine and providing aid to those who have been struck with catastrophic disaster, whether it be due to natural or human actions.